First up, we have the Supreme Court rejecting the special counsel's request for an early review of Trump's claims that he should be immune from facing prosecution. And a newly discovered recording of Trump pressuring Michigan election officials not to certify the 2020 election. We're going to go right now to NBC's Aaron Gilchrist, who's at the White House for us. Aaron, welcome. So what does this mean for Trump and the cases against him?
Well, Alex, two potential impacts here. This phone call could turn into damning evidence in one of the 4 cases against Trump right now. At the same time, this Supreme Court decision could be just the sort of speed bump that the Trump legal team has been looking for. A setback for government lawyers trying to fast-track the prosecution of former President Donald Trump for interfering in the 2020 election. The Supreme Court denying the request of special counsel Jack Smith to skip the appeals process and decide whether Trump is immune from federal prosecution for crimes committed while in office. Trump's lawyers had argued Smith failed to offer a compelling reason for the high court to step in.
In this case, delay is a win.
The decision coming just hours after the Detroit News reported then-President Trump pressured 2 Michigan Republican elections canvassers not to certify the election results in Wayne County. The Detroit News citing a recording of a phone call involving Trump, RNC Chair Ronna McDaniel, and county canvassers Monica Palmer and William Hartman, who has since died. NBC News has not heard or verified the recording. The newspaper quoting Trump as saying, "We can't let these people take our country away from us." And McDaniel is saying, "If you can go home tonight, do not sign it. We will get you attorneys." Back in November of 2020, this is how Palmer described the call.
He thanked me for my service, asked me how I was doing.
The Trump campaign not disputing the recording, telling NBC News Trump's actions were part of his duty, quote, to take care of the laws and ensure election integrity. McDaniel telling the Detroit News, quote, there was ample evidence that warranted an audit. Michigan's Secretary of State saying the recording doesn't surprise her.
He was trying to pressure these local, appointed officials to subvert their own duty, their legal duty under the law.
Trump is facing 4 criminal prosecutions heading into the 2024 election, and the Michigan recording could haunt him.
It is incredibly damning evidence. This evidence may find its way into the Georgia case or one of these federal cases.
Now, the question of presidential immunity will end up before the Supreme Court, but it will take the traditional route going through the D.C. Appeals Court first, and even that's been fast-tracked. The judges will hear arguments early next month. Alex?